okay, I got stopped right in the middle. That millions of Syrians are not going to be obliterated from this planet. That they are going to be prosperous and abundant and live long and healthy lives. Because they, in the Middle East, are one of the more modern and open groups. Also, let's think about them successfully resolving their own civil war. We don't need to be sticking our big noses into their civil war. Let them work that out between themselves. They are a sovereign nation. How would we feel if, heaven forbid, there was a schism, is that the word? A break, just like the Civil War back in the day? What if another country came in and tried to invade and take us over? And that's what's happening, based on the fact that we are in a traumatic state at that time. Let's see them working out their own situation. Let's see them being smart enough to handle it and to focus on it. I'm going to start visualizing a peaceful outcome on all sides. And I'm also going to start working with, hey, America, let's take care of our own first. It's just like anybody. You can't, as a healer, I can't put my hands on someone else to heal them if I'm sick or if my energy's down. You know, if my own house is falling down around me, I can't go out and rescue somebody else. You know, we need to take care of our house right now. We have too many people that are not working. A lot of people that are working are working part-time or working $8, $9 hour jobs. You can't raise a family on that. So let's see America coming together. Let's see, in our mind's eye, people beginning to work harmoniously together. Let's see the races learn to work together and to respect each other and stop this utter idiotic bullshit around racism. Let's see the religions getting along with each other. You know, a lot of churches think somebody like me that's got a metaphysical mindset, that was born psychic, born with the ability to bring healing, they think I'm just devil spawn. I'm here to tell you, I'm probably closer to Creator and the angels than most anybody in any church. I love God. I love Jesus. I love Mary. I work with the angels in healing all the time. I love people of every religion. I love pagan people. I love Christian people, Jewish people, Muslim people. Yeah. So we need to cut this judgmental stuff out around each other. You know, we need to be kinder to each other. We need to be more Christ-like, you know, with that Christ consciousness. And that is just kindness, loving, you know, holding that high intention that people are going to do the right thing. Let's give people a chance to do the right thing. Instead of our country rushing in like this big bad bully, you know, totally broke. We're totally broke. We don't have the money to go out there and do this shit. Just let's take care of our house and build up our house. Take care of our roads. You know, that's what happens to empires when they expand out their borders beyond what they can handle, and they are so divided out with too many wars and too many spread out places, they start to crumble and they start to fall. It would be better to bring it back in our boundaries and quit trying to expand, quit trying to take over all these little countries just because we want oil. Put our resources into solar, wind, and water power. You know, utilize clean coal burning. Stop this fracking, this ridiculous poisoning of millions of gallons of water. You know, take care of our natural resources. Our water, our fresh water is such a valuable gift. We cannot live in this physical form without water. You know, we got to take care of water and protect it as if it were resources of flowing gold. It's even more important than that. We have things we need to do. We need to work on building up this place. We need to work on eliminating Monsanto. Visualize that as burned and banned and obliterated, and it shall be no more upon this earth. And never again will we allow industries to take control of our food sources. Each individual has a responsibility for that. Do what you can to grow food. Do what you can to build community gardens. If you're in the city, if you're in the country, build gardens. You can take from the city, when they trim trees, we did this, we asked a neighbor if we could use their abandoned lot. Yeah. We asked the city, you know, when they were trimming trees, would they mind dumping the mulch in that lot? Yeah. You know, when I got sick with thyroid disease last year, another young couple took this over. They have expanded it. They have a beautiful garden over there. And now I cannot wait to see what it's going to be like next year, because it's usually in that third year that gardens really do something. And already they're having good results. You know, if each and every one of us puts our heart, mind, soul, spirit into healthy food, healthcare systems that are not based on petroleum. If you look into the history of the healthcare system, the reason why medicines, so many make you sicker than the disease they're supposed to take care of, it's all petroleum based. It needs to be based on the herbs that Creator gave us. And yes, they can refine those and enhance those and make wonderful healing medicines with that. You know, more so than somebody like that me can do. I use things that are kind of edible, teas and tinctures, and you know. But scientists could, if they were to use these brilliant minds they have for the greater good, instead of using petroleum-based medications, they could make true medicine that really heals. If they put their focus on clean energy, they could have power, just power the world, free, and a free for each individual. If people that are in power are more concerned with the quality of life of the very lowest one on the food chain, you know, instead of thinking about their own comfort of that little part of 1%, think about the rest, including looking at, like when you're doing a speaking in public, you're supposed to talk to the back person in the very far back row, making sure they can hear you. Let's make sure that person that's on really right now the lowest levels of society, you know, the homeless or the poor, the ones that are really struggling, let's look at easing and making their life more comfortable. Also, you know, have them having something to live for, instead of life just being this endless struggle to just fill their bellies. People are here to do more than that. But it takes those in the highest brackets of the power structure to have a heart. And so I'm going to, instead of saying they don't care, you know, that 1%, they don't care, I'm going to say their eyes. The scales fall out of their eyes. They wake up to the fact they are part of humanity. And because they were given this amazing gift of extreme wealth, they have a moral obligation to care for, to care for many, without any expectation of getting anything out of it, just from a pure heart space. We can create a wonderful paradise on earth if people just wake up and start to love one another. That we truly are brothers and sisters, no matter what color we are, no matter what race, religion, socioeconomic situation. None of that matters. We are divine, beautiful beings created in the image of a wonderful Creator. Yeah, well, that's my belief. Yeah, and that I truly believe that each and every person is a part of that. That includes ones who are behaving in a way right now that you would just say, whoa, there's really something wrong with them. You know, or they may be even acting out in a way that could be judged as evil. And I'm here to say to you, love can heal anything. Enough application of love energy can heal anything. And so instead of doing nothing, like I've been sitting back and waiting to see how Spirit would lead me in these regards, with all that's going on in the world right now. I'm just going to start holding the high intention that President Obama works with wisdom here, and he works from his higher self, comes into the picture. That the ones in Syria, I see them as successful in resolving their civil war. I see the ones in Russia, you know, brokering this peace and them being very successful. And I see this imperialistic nation of America, United States, instead of just constantly expanding and making war and trauma and strife and breaking our backs financially, having it contract into a smaller, as the original founding fathers wanted us to really be involved with, you know, this great nation, forming this, keeping this as a sacred trust, you know, a true democracy. I'm going to start seeing that being returned into being. I'm going to pray about it. I hope you will too. I think that it can be done. I certainly will hold that vision. I know one way or the other, ultimately, there is a divine plan in place, that all souls are safe in attaining to oneness. I do know that divine love will rule the day in the end. I do know that. I have absolute soul knowing about that. But in the meantime, we live in it. We're living in this bubbling brew right now, right? We're standing in the middle of all this fire. So let's do our best to bring in that calming, cooling balm, kind of that loving water energy, to cool down some of these fires, to be reasonable, to be loving, to hold that high vibration, to really spend time meditating on peace energy and putting out that energy of divine healing in this regard. Alright, so I thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful day. I've had a pretty good day, kind of quiet. Yeah, I've had kind of a quiet day, but just kind of piddling along, but I always seem to manage to get more done in those days than in days that I just like, I don't do much of that anymore, right? Well, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. I thank you. Thank you for sharing this reading with me and this time with me. Thank you so much. Feel free to Facebook friend me, Saundra Bear Davis. I have a Facebook page, Saundra Bear Davis, the Appalachian Medicine Woman. I have a weekday at 10 a.m. Blog Talk Radio show, Gypsy Freebird, It's a Magical Life. I write blogs and do all kinds of stuff. And I'm an artist. So let's get to work. All right, you have a beautiful and blessed day. Mwah.